Yes, my name is Gerald, president of New Order National Human Rights Organization. I'm live in Toledo, Ohio. I'm in front of the Toledo Correctional institution where a young man has been denied visitation rights, and we don't understand why, but it's a rumor that the young man was possible abused by the correction officers or given some kind of food that they're hiding some. They don't want the family to see their loved one. So this is the family right here that we're standing with. The mother's talking right now, and we have a nice little crowd, but we're here on business, and we're not going to let up until justice is served for this family. The young man is currently in Warren Penitentiary right now, going through the same thing. So the movement might have to move to Warren, Ohio, to let them know, hey, we know that you got him. You still are denying his visitation because of the cover-up possible. So I just want to let y'all know that's why we're here in front of Toledo Correctional Facility Institution.
Words. I'm like, how you doing? Yes, Mom. No, Mom. This is not the normal him.
This is the young man's mom that's
They told me
speaking
that
now.
they put him on Ativan. If anybody know about Ativan, it's a sedated drug. It sedates you. If you're not yourself, and it can even make you go to sleep. So they was going to be taking him off the Ativan because they said he didn't need it at the new facility. They said that he was not displaying any of the behavior that Toledo Correctional Institution said he was behaving. They don't see it there. So they trying to figure out what really happened to him. They want to know how to be able to work with him, to take care of him. But he cannot tell them what happened to him. I don't know if he can't comprehend. I don't know if he want to not tell it on the phone. She said when I came to visit him, he seemed nervous and paranoid, to where he didn't even think I was there to visit him. She said she felt like he thought we was trying to set him up, and that he was really that I was really there. So my son don't even understand what's going on. It's like he don't even have to understand it or comprehend it anything. And he could tell me what he ate that day. I asked him how was the new place. He said it was a little better. I asked him did he know the difference between the prison. He didn't respond. And I said, it's okay. I love you, baby. I love you, son. He said, I love you too, Mom. And he asked about God. He asked about his brothers and sisters and said he loved them all. I don't know what they did or what occurred at this facility. All I asked them for transparency, accountability, and answers. And to answer my question of what happened to my son, what made him go from normal to abnormal. They want me to believe this cat. They want me to believe he took some drugs. I don't believe it. My mom went to visit my son that Thursday, the day after they said this occurred. No one told my mom that anything was going on with my son. They told her she had to call back and schedule a visit because they was moving him back to general population like he had told me that Monday. And then y'all want to tell me on the 30th, this started the 24th, and nobody told my mom, who is also the next of kin on his record. So they could tell her anything that's going on with him, and this was not said. So why was it not said? All my visits to visit him was canceled on the 24th. My mom's visit was canceled on the 24th. Luckily, she didn't look at it, or she don't know how to. She's not good with computers to know that her visit was canceled. Or we wouldn't even know that she went there and they said this to her, which is good, because now we know that you're trying to hide something. Something occurred behind these walls at Toledo Correctional Facility that caused my son to be nonverbal, incoherent, and incontinent impaired. My son was never incontinent impaired when he made it there. We have been doing this for 4 years. I have been by his side. When he was in a hole in Lebanon for 6 months, I visited him 2 months out the month, and I wrote him every day. So y'all mean to tell me he broke here in 21 days? 2 days after he talked to me? I don't think my son broke. I think someone gave him something. They gave 3 different stories to people. The story they gave me, Warren Correctional had a whole different story. They said my son was doing disturbing stuff, running up hallways, not speaking to anyone, jumping off of the hospital bed. But the lady at Warren said it was a whole different story. They told my auntie a whole different story. Did my son even make it out of the hole? Did he even make it to the general population? I don't know that, because these are questions they won't answer. They just keep saying they did the best they could. Did he make it to the hospital in time? What did y'all tell the hospital that they put him on Ativan? Did he get, if y'all thought it was drugs, did he get Narcan? Because that's the first thing you give somebody when you think they have any drug-related problems. I feel this is diabolical what they are doing. They are treating people very inhumane, and it has to stop. And if we don't stand up and start speaking for these young men, they gonna continue to abuse our black men. They don't already care about us. It's a village. A village can raise a child. But if I stand and do this alone, my voice would not be heard. We have to stand as one, and our community needs to come together and stop the madness. We need accountability. We need transparency. We need answers. And I'm not going to stop showing up. I'm not going to stop calling. I'm not going to start writing until my son gets the answers he deserves. I also asked the lady, could my son be transported to a hospital to be evaluated properly for neurological. You said what?
Over here, just turn, face this way, just.
I asked them to send my son to a hospital to get properly evaluated for neurological effects or traumatic injury. We don't know what happened here, but just saying he snapped or something, I think he needs to evaluate and see if he had any injuries or anything, which I would never know because I have not been allowed to see my son yet. And I don't think my son is just refusing. I think maybe he's on some medication, maybe he's on something. For the man to say that my son seemed out of it and ask me, was he on medicine? Something don't seem right to me.
When was the last time you seen your son, ma'am?
Last time I seen my son was in May.
Was in May?
Yes.
And that was the last time you talked to him as well?
Last time I talked to him was June 22nd.
And the excuse that they gave you was what again? And this is Toledo Correctional Institution.
Toledo said that my son was on suicide risk. That's why I couldn't come see him.
Has your son ever been on any kind of suicide watch, any kind of suicide anything prior to this incident?
He had, because the correctional officers was kicking with him. A lady went into the shower with my son and maced him and said that she was exposing himself. He was exposing himself to her, which he did go and fight that, and he won. The lady was wrong. Why are you, a lady female, even going in the shower with a man?
So that claim was definitely unfounded. Is that correct?
That was filed, and it was thrown out. After that, he said during that time he was in a hole. His food was coming on one side of his plate and looked like someone had picked in it, and he was afraid to eat while in the hole. He was in the hole 3 days that time. It was 3 or 4 days. He got out. They took his card to go to child. So his counselor said he could still go down to child. So when he went down to child, they came and got some guy who was a different color of him and told him he couldn't go. And he asked them why he couldn't go. They said because he didn't have his card. And he told them what his counselor said, but they still allowed him to go, so he called me. So I called him to Toledo Correctional Institution, and I asked them, my son is claiming he's hungry. He already said he didn't eat in a hole, and he wanted to know why he wasn't able to go down when other people was able to go down. The lady told me that him coming out of the hole from the incident of being sprayed with the mace, that unit was on lockdown, and that nobody was getting traced. I said, well, my son told me someone else was down. She said, no, nobody is getting traced. Nobody is getting through this month. The unit is on lockdown. So that is why your son didn't get it. But he did call me later on that day and said a white shirt brought him something to eat. And it was enough. They would just pull him out the line. He'd be walking the child. He'd call me like, Mom, I'm hungry. They won't give me food on the first shift. He said, the man said I was chalk. I said, what is chalk? He said, I don't know. He said, I was chalking. I had to go back to my cell. So I called up here to Toledo Correctional Institution. I told her that the man said my son is chalked and had to go back. She said, we don't speak like that here. We don't talk like that here. My guards would never say that to your son. I don't know why he didn't get his trailer. What's going on? I'll look into it. He did say he ended up getting food that day. Well, later on that day. And then another time, it was an incident in a line where a guy had passed out. And my son and a couple other people went to try to grab the guy. He got a good heart like any of us. He see anything going wrong, he will help. I'm not saying he was the perfect kid in the world, but he got a heart. And the guard screamed, he shanked him. And he called me so frantic and afraid that they was going to do something. He said, Mom, they trying to give me the charges. Mom, they trying to give me the charges.
So, okay, so let me interrupt just real quick. So they were trying to say that your son shanked the boy,
yes.
The
and
young man.
Said another guard had to stand in front of him to protect him from them because they said they witnessed everything and he didn't do anything.
To give them an excuse to probably put their hands on your son.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so I called down again. It always seemed like the same lady picking up in the morning on first shift. She said, I was the one who said it. It was a misunderstanding. I thought it happened, but it didn't really happen. And your son is not in any trouble for it. I said, well, he was really scared on the phone, thinking someone was going to do something to him because of what was said. She was like, well, it was really just a misunderstanding and stuff, and that was that. But they still continue to not give him trades in the morning. When I visited him last time, he said all the guards on the first shift, the lady and her husband, boyfriend, I don't know who it was, the one who makes them, and her friends would pick with him. They would hold his trays from him, or they'd just make him stay in his room for no reason. And he was just really worried and concerned. And so, but this that just happened 2 days later. I'm not trying to make accusations, but them not talking to me or explaining what happened to my son, it just seemed obvious that something happened.
And the day that he got transferred, they told you what?
When I was on the phone with them, they told me that they was trying to find a place for him to go because they could no longer take care of him there. They could no longer house him because his condition was decompensating and that he needed a better place to go to. But it's just mighty strange that the other facility is not even standing. I didn't even know he was shipped out. He was shipped out the same day they called me. My son was sent to another facility.
But at this point, you still had not talked to your son.
I have not talked to my son at this point. And I still barely have communication with him because he don't have his tablet.
But they shipped him out, and then they sent him to where?
Warren Correctional Institution.
And then once he got to Warren Correctional Institution, what was your impression of what was going on at that time?
The lady said he just was non-responsive. He couldn't speak at all when he made it there. He couldn't shake his head when he made it there. He could only wave.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Kind of fast forward, the next step is that she's going to meet with our attorney today to get the paperwork, power of attorney paperwork, and then once that happens, she's going to give the attorney an update on how her son was. She's going to see him tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. And so if he's coming back how he used to be and say, hey, these officers did this to me, did that to him, we're going after him. So she's going to meet with our attorney later on after she's going to meet with her son. So we got legal representation here. We're not out here wasting our time. We go get them, y'all. You're messing with the wrong people. So I just want to let y'all know that. So of course, it's going to take legal action to get them. You know, it's just the fact that you're behind these walls and you ain't got no voice on the outside. I feel sorry for the inmates. The inmates got rights. I know a jail is not a hotel, but inmates does have rights. We're not here focusing on innocent or guilty. We're here considered of his medical condition. That's what we're here for, just to be clear. You know, so we're going to make sure that justice is served. And believe me, he's not the only one that's going through this, right? Somebody in there right now ain't got no help. You know, so we're just going to make sure y'all keep praying for this mother. If we call another rally or a protest, please to attend, because that could be one of y'all family members. We have to unite and show unity, y'all. We have to. We them and getting out to get out the subject. We gotta stop killing each other. Toledo has a shooting on every night. What's going on in y'all city, man? It was not like that when I was here. My dad told me now, he said, son, I can't handle that. They doing now in Toledo every night there's a shooting. I drove through the city, no one's on the basketball courts. We stayed on the basketball courts. It's just, I don't know what's going on, but we just gotta make sure that we continue to support this mother, okay?
But it sounds like you're not safe on the street, you're not safe in the prison.
We want to make sure this don't happen to another family. Should no family have to go through with unanswered questions, not getting the information they need, or going 6 days before they even hear that something happened to their loved one and they shipped out at the same time.
You heard it from the mom. Anybody else want to?
What's everybody's schedule looking like? Everybody's schedule kind of open right now? Okay, so what I just got told that it was either a miscommunication or they dropped the ball. I don't fucking like my time being wasted at all. This is supposed to be a motherfucking press conference. That's what it's got to be. So if y'all with it, we going up to 13 ABC because I tried to contact Alexis Means when this shit first happened and there was no answer. She replied back and it just blew me off. So if y'all with it, we gonna go up there and sit there until somebody come out and interview us. I don't give a damn who it is. Because this is bullshit. Everybody knew what was going on today and somehow the shit got dropped.
Not only that, they said they were going to take us to Georgia, go on their property.
We're going to go viral anyway. So, we need to head over there and sit there until somebody come outside. Get it.
The family is headed downtown to Channel 13 News because the news was very well aware of what was going on, that this protest was scheduled for today, and as the family has indicated, they decided to blow the protest off as if they did not care. The young man said that he had spoken emailed Alexis Means directly, and she blew him off. So that lets us know how they really feel about what's going on and the injustices that are happening at Toledo Correctional Institution. So the family again is headed down to Channel 13 Action News. They would appreciate the support, any support that you guys are able to give them. They are in desperate need of some answers for their family member. Thank you guys.
I just want to give an update, y'all. We're still demanding answers for the young man that's currently incarcerated and not here for innocent or guilt. We're here because of lack of medical attention. Inmates does have rights. So we're going to fight until we get to the mother, get where we're at, and possible lawsuits going to be filed. The mother will be meeting with one of our legal attorneys here in Toledo tomorrow. So we're not going to let this case go. Right now, they're on their way up to WTVG, TV 13, let them know why you didn't show up to this very important event. If this was the other way around, they would have been here on time. No excuse. So we need to go with the problem. Thank you.
And New Order had to contact them in order to even tell them that they claim they didn't know what was going on, which is that's not correct. Thank you, everyone.